We have some pretty significant NHL news to take a look at here today. We have a couple of young NHL budding stars signing some pretty lucrative contract extensions. Logan Cooley and Thomas Harley have inked 8-year deals to remain with their clubs. Plus, we have another player on NHL waivers. We'll discuss all that and more coming up next. Well, welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some interesting breaking news to take a look at here in the NHL this afternoon. We have another update from the NHL waiver wire. St. Louis Blues forward Alex Texier is available on waivers. He's appeared in 7 games for the Blues this year, only has 1 assist, but he's still fairly young at 26. Certainly a player who's got decent skating and skill level. Obviously not having a ton of success this year, which is why they've opted to try to get him down to their American Hockey League team, or obviously to do that, they have to put him on waivers. So another team would have an opportunity to give him a chance at the NHL level should they feel he's worth the claim. So I guess we'll see. I mean, there's been times throughout his career where he's kind of been viewed upon as a pretty decent offensive player, but obviously struggling with consistency and getting production here lately, which makes him available. So we'll see if any other teams decide to pick him up at tomorrow afternoon when the waivers news comes out again. And as I mentioned, we have a couple of big signings. Now, last night in my last video, I discussed a rumor about a Thomas Harley extension being close with the Dallas Stars. Well, that's now official. That was made official, I believe, pretty early this morning. And then, of course, we get the Logan Cooley news just a short time ago. Thomas Harley has signed an 8-year deal with the Dallas Stars. The full details are now available. 8-year contract, over $80 million, 10.587. So that puts him above the $80 million mark. 587 on the end there, obviously, for the AAV. It's a pretty lucrative deal, but I mean, he's really worked his way into being one of the top players for the Dallas Stars, a very important asset for their future. Obviously, Miro Heiskanen signed their long-term younger defenseman as well. Another one of the game's top young D-men, making a fair bit less than that now. But of course, he signed his contract a few years ago when the cap was lower, so that obviously dictates and plays a role in everything here. Harley's contract does have a decent amount of signing bonuses in it. The structure is as follows. The first year, he's set to make $9 million as a salary and $4 million as a bonus, so he'll make $13 million total. Years 2 and 3, he'll get a $9 million salary and a $2 million signing bonus. Years 4 through 6, he gets a $7.9 million salary and a $2 million signing bonus. In the final 2 years, 7 and 8, he gets an $8.9 million salary and a $1 million signing bonus. He also gets trade protection in the form of a full no-move clause in years 4 through 8. Now, in case you're wondering, to be eligible for any trade protection in your contract, that's only what they would refer to in your UFA years. So you need 7 years of pro-level experience or be age 27. So that's why some of these players, even though they get these lucrative deals, they don't get the protection from day one. They have to wait until their first eligible season to build it in. So that's why it's structured the way it is. So that's pretty good value for Thomas Harley, I think. I mean, to be fair, what he's done for them, the amount of minutes he plays, he's had a chance to play with Team Canada. So he's kind of viewed upon as, being one of the game's top young defensemen. Good at both ends of the ice as well. I think it's a pretty good contract. If he's going to play top pair minutes and give them pretty good top pair production and be good in the defensive zone, I think he's worth every penny. So I really like that contract for the Dallas Stars. And then the Utah Mammoth. Of course, we knew that they were going to be signing a lucrative deal. There's been ongoing negotiations with Logan Cooley for a little while. There was some speculation that Cooley's camp had rejected a pretty lucrative deal right around the beginning of the season or during training camp. Well, they've got everything worked out here as of this point right now. Logan Cooley signs for 8 years, $80 million, so $10 million flat AAV. There is no signing bonus money in this contract, and maybe that was part of the deal as well. Maybe they were pushing for signing bonuses and decided they weren't going to get it and accepted anyways. I don't know. I'm not sure how owner Ryan Smith and his group there feel about that, but clearly they didn't want to get into the signing bonus business. Utah is obviously an up-and-coming market and doing quite well, but probably not anxious to dish out that much cash on one given time like that. But $80 million, it's a front-loaded contract, all salaries I mentioned. Year 1, he makes $13 million, and then in years 2 and 3, he makes $11 million apiece. So that is a total of $35 million over the first 3 years. So that's pretty Like I said, pretty front loaded. Year 4, he still makes 10, so that's still, and then it starts to taper a little bit. Year 5, 7.8. Year 6 and 7, 8.2. And then the final year, it's 10.5. Of course, in years 5 through 8, he does get some trade protection, but not to the extent that Thomas Harley got with Dallas. He gets a 16-team modified no trade clause. And of course, he's a year difference in age than Harley, so he has to wait until year 5 of that deal to be eligible for that contract. The way Logan Cooley's played, I think, again, he's going to be worth pretty well every penny of that contract as well. If you looked at his draft year, I think if we did a redo, he just might go first overall. Heck of a player, and has been going to be a huge asset for Utah and a star player for them moving forward. So again, I have no problem with either of these contracts. I think they're both very good signings for each team. And at this point, I have no doubt they'll be not only work out, but in short order, will look to be considered fairly team-friendly. With the rising cap, the way it's expected to go over the next few years, and where everything is at now, and their play even today, it's really hard to say anything but positive things, and that it's going to be a good long-term deal for each side. So we'll see how those work out, and of course we'll find out tomorrow if there's been any more activity in the waiver wire, if Alex Texier will have a new home, or if he'll be going to the Blues minor league system. Well, let me know your thoughts on this news in the comments, and we'll discuss further. I'll be back later with another video recapping the rest of today's news and rumors around the league, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.